Hi everyone, and welcome to your monthly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the month of February 2025. If you're new here, my name is Sydney, I'm the Tarot Guy next door, and I use my cult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If you have a question you want to ask the cards, you'll find information on how to get a private reading below. And if you want to learn how to read the cards, you'll find information on my beginner's course below. I'll be doing 7 card readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Tower of the Divine with Tourmaline, the Light Seer's Tower with Red Jasper, and the Borderless Rider-Waite-Smith with Aquamarine. We also have 4 different Oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which Oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, Group 1, let's see what we have for you for February. And in your current energy, we have, what is this? The 3 of Coins, the 5 of Coins, don't panic, and the 8 of Swords reversed, okay? In your past, we have the 4 of Coins reversed. Let me see how that looks, or at least it'll be a start. In your incoming energy, we have the 6 of Swords reversed. Main advice card is the 2 of Wands, of course, and the supporting advice is the Tower reverse, which kind of makes sense where it is, with the Empress reversed at the bottom of the deck. This shot is good enough. I got your back, Group 1. I'll see you right now. The metaphor that makes a very good... the metaphor that wraps all of this up the best is what I'm trying to say, is that of a turtle coming out of its shell. And it looks like you're at the beginning of this process. The thing that interested me about the 5 of Coins here is that although in this representation it's just one young child outside in the cold, in the traditional card, there are 2 homeless people together, you know, and there's a spirit of companionship, which is also reinforced by the 3 of Coins, which, well, okay, actually, I was going to make a comment that's just false, so I'm going to drop it. The notion of camaraderie is reinforced by the 3 of Coins. Let's leave it at that. And yeah, also the 4 of Coins in the past, the card of holding on to things. In the reverse position in your past leading into the rest of this reading, this again reinforces the turtle opening up, you know? And again, the thing that reinforces that it's at the beginning of this process is the 6 of Swords here in the incoming energy. I feel like I'm just saying the same thing over and over again, but the alternative would have been to say, oh, this is a month of a turtle coming out of its shell, and then just skipping to the next group, you know? But yeah, the crossing over, and this is also, I just realized this now, there's a spirit of camaraderie with this one too. I really don't think that you're going through this alone, whatever this process is. And it looks like this tower here, this tower here is really interesting where it is. There's a feeling of either an impromptu situation that kind of opens up a window for you to look at the situation from a different perspective, which might be what was implied in this, you know, turtle coming out of shell stream represented here. Or it could also be to, you know, the decision to actually come out of your shell. I don't know if you're adapting to the lightning that struck you, or if the lightning, if you're the lightning in this card, basically. So, and since this is a collective reading, it's impossible to tell. My general rule is, whichever one you hope I mean is probably the other one, but you know your situation better than I do. And last but not least, the creation metaphor, again, coming out of the shell, coming out of the womb, you know, the Empress is often associated with pregnancy. That fucking turtle is such a perfect metaphor. It's surprising that the King of Coins isn't here, because in this deck it's represented by a turtle. Actually, I'm curious to dig him up. Give me a second. This is very interesting. The King of Coins was between the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords reversed. So yeah, again, well, actually, given this clarifier, I'm more inclined to reading you as the Lightning in the Tower card. Yeah, that fits the most. But again, ultimately, you know more about your situation than I do. But yeah, whatever it is, really look at it from a position of seeing the opportunity in all of it, you know? That's really the message that's reinforced in the Two of Wands as your main advice card. But it's, yeah, actually, since it's you that I'm reading for and not the people around you, it would be so funny if both of you were watching this, or whoever, the entire team. But regardless, assuming that's not the case, since it's you that's getting this reading and not the other person, I think that this might be, actually, both scenarios fit. It's either an invitation to remind the other people to see the opportunity, or actually, wait, how's the other way that fit again? Nah, I can't think of another way that fits. So basically, take it as an invitation to, well, for you also, but to encourage the others who are helping you through this, or maybe be open to the others inviting you to see this. This might be the nudge that, you know, the cynicism, you know, cut yourself some slack here, given this reading, if you've been hard on yourself. I think that's a good note to wrap up on. If you like this reading, please give this video a thumbs up, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Hey, group 2, let's see what we have for you for February. In your present energy, we have the Eight of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Ace of Swords reversed. This is Swords, yeah, exactly. In the incoming energy, we have Strength reversed. Past. Incoming energy is the Eight of Swords, don't panic. Main advice card is the Nine of Coins reversed. Supporting advice is the Five of Coins reversed, with Justice reversed at the bottom of the deck. That makes sense. Let me just make these cards look good in the shot. Yeah, that's decent. So all right, I'll see you right now. Group 2, this message has a very strong, resounding tone of believe in yourself, you know? It's very difficult for me to read Strength reversed leading into the Eight of Swords any other way than a loss of confidence. Especially surrounded by all the other cards here. And it's really interesting that the Page of Swords is in the middle of all this. This is a new graduate, you know? So it's kind of like, and it's funny that I'm mentioning this first because this is one of the last things I thought of while I was paused. I paused for a while for you, but anyway, this is kind of like the new graduate getting their first job and expecting the corner office. And if you catch the undertone, it's kind of good that I weaseled that the last thing in at the beginning, because something that is an undertone in the message of the intern expecting the corner office is a sense of not entitlement. That's the wrong word. It is not recognizing where you are in the process, because the page is a new graduate, you know? And I think that the medicine that you're being invited to take here, the like if the strong note is believe in yourself, the second strongest note is look at how far you've come. This Nine of Coins reversed Eight of Cups combo here where they are is that's kind of the way that they fit together the best, especially considering the rest of this reading, you know? I don't know what it is that is vexing you, but, and it's funny, well, there are two reverse cards that are side by side, which is probably why I was kind of looping them together. But and these are all air cards too, but there's something that it's like an idea in your blind spot. And I think that the blind spot is caused by a lack of confidence in yourself. And I think that the medicine to counter that lack of confidence is to acknowledge how far you've come. So to put that in more practical terms, you know, it's the old journaling gratitude practice. You know, if you keep logs of any kind, if you don't, it might be a good time to consider that. You know, there are many 1 minute, very quick journaling systems. But to come back to the reading itself, the medicine is to acknowledge how far you've come. In order to see where it is in the blind spot. And speaking of blind spots, what a great segue. The supporting advice of this Five of Coins reversed here. Some of you might be invited to ask for help. Group one also had the Five of Coins, and I was commenting on how in the traditional card there are two homeless people. In this person, it's just one lone character, but the message is the same of being at the door of potential help. And that is something that some of you might be invited to consider, you know? Especially, you know, considering that this is a collective reading, there must be some people for whom that was for. But yeah, all you need to do is look at how far you've come despite whatever injustice is at the bottom of all of this, you know? Yeah. Because again, the Page of Swords is upright, so it looks like, even though you didn't get the corner office, it looks like you did pretty well in your interview, bucko. So enjoy it instead of, you know, getting trapped up on where you should be compared to where you've come. It's a process, and it's looking like you're on the right track. And I think that the best way to realize that is to look how far you've come. If you like this reading, please give this video a like. And you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to the Oracle card portion. I'll see you there. Whoops. Ah, fuck. Group 3, I'm flying blind because I moved the pyramid while picking up Group 2's stone. But let's see what we have for you for February. Okay. Okay. In the past, we have strength. Excellent. Incoming energy, we have the sun. Great. Main advice and supporting advice is the Queen of Swords. I'm pretty sure I placed it close enough to where it is. Yeah, exactly. I was wrong. Let me just move this. The important thing is that looks good in the shot, or good enough anyway. So, I will see you right now. Groups 1 and 2 could use a friend like you, Group 3. And that is funny on a couple levels, because first of all, some of you might have picked more than one group. And second of all, with this Two of Cups, what it's adding to this conversation, some of y'all might have made new friends not that long ago. But regardless, to get to your actual message, there's a very strong vibe of someone who's like got their shit together, who it's kind of like, okay, this is a good metaphor. it's like the kid in high school with rich parents, who's kind of concerned that everyone who's walking up to them is just trying to make friends with them because they're rich. And first of all, for some of you for whom that metaphor might sound weird, you might want to cut yourself some slack and look at, appreciate the strength that you bring to the table, with the strength card in the past here and this sun card in the future, especially with these cards here. Oh, and the Queen of Wands reverse was kind of what was making me add because the Queen of Wands Magician, both reverse combo here, has a very strong indicator of problems with one's self-image, I'll put it that way. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that in because that's kind of what this column is adding to the mix anyway, which we'll get more to. But yeah, it's really that, and I think just to actually, we might not get to these two cards specifically because what they add to the conversation is so clear. We'll see, but. To come back to this rich kid in high school thing, there are, like, for some of you who hated the rich kids in your high school or whatever, or have some kind of strong negative association with the metaphor, like, too bad, all right? Just roll with it. You're the rich kid in high school now. But the metaphor, yeah. Part of the advice that I would give to that kid is that there are ways to test for whether or not people are, into you for you or into you for your money because your parents are rich or whatever. And a lot of that you can't read people's minds. The best that you can do is look at consistent patterns of behavior. You can look for red flags. That's kind of my general advice on anything. As far as relationships go. But the reason I'm bringing it up now is because when they have an opportunity to take advantage and don't do it, I'd take that as a green flag, and setting people up for that on purpose has kind of fucked up implications. I wouldn't want to make friends that way, so I wouldn't give that kind of advice. So yeah, it's all about, because I'm trying to convince someone to trust people, because it looks like, especially with this 2 of Cups, 4 of Coins combo, it's like, no, it's my strength, that this guy was mumbling in my head while I was looking at these cards, and it's kind of an invitation to open up and let your sun shine through. And the testing thing comes kind of from the Queen of Swords here under the 2 of Cups. Another interesting combo that I've been thinking of this whole time but didn't mention until now. So yeah, it's really a question of, you can't connect with people without opening up a little. And it's good to have some kind of on-ramp, and as long as you're cool with how you're building this relationship, because whatever this thing is kind of the beginning, it's important to give a little and see how they react. It's the thing of, do they treat people in customer service poorly? I would take that as a red flag. I don't know if that would be a relationship terminating thing, but I wouldn't look at someone the same way. Definitely not. That's kind of icky. Like I have a grossed out face on my face right now. But coming back to your message, yeah, you have to open up a little and just pay attention to what they do, because it's looking like some sunshine that you're capable of providing, and I don't see any toxicity in the mix. So I'm kind of wondering why you're so restrained, and The King of Cups reverse has definitely been silently nodding along with this entire thing. He's definitely been playing into how all of this works. And some of y'all might need to do the, deep breathing and meditation, whatever emotional centering is required or being strongly invited, especially given the 3 reverse cards in all of this are reinforcing each other very strongly. Which is kind of why I was kind of making a big deal out of the bottom card. Which is unlike how I usually read. I don't have much to add. So I think I'm just going to abruptly end the reading there. If you like this reading, please give this video a like. And you can use the timestamps to jump ahead a couple seconds if you don't want to watch me pick up your reading. I'll see you soon. There we go. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. Jesus. All right. All right. Let's see how this lines up. Let's just settle on this. Yeah, that is close enough. All right, Group A, your card is Empowerment. Let me just show it to you. And the text under it reads, "The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we all are connected through the same source." That is so fitting for all 3 readings. It's kind of nuts. I think I'm just going to reread this and move on. It's so perfect. So, and it's really nice that it's the word to sum all of this up is empowerment too, because there's a collaborative effort, wink, wink, to that. But anyway, the frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we all are connected through the same source. Group B, your card is, what is this? Darkening of the Light. This is I Ching hexagram number 36. And the keywords are maintain a low profile, look inward first. Caution and moderation, difficulties, self-protection, subdue your brilliance. Don't panic. Let me think about this for a second because there's a lot here. I'm just going to hold on to this card for a bit longer because the thing that is so weird is that for some of you, the maintain a low profile and subdue your brilliance, for some of you, it might be a good idea to, lay low for this for a bit, which might directly contradict your tarot reading. So good luck with that. But for everyone who drew this card, the thing that resounds to this is the look inward first, because again, since this is a collective reading and I gave a bunch of different tarot readings that all had a similar theme through them, I think that this is an invitation to how can I say this? To make sure that you're not being too paranoid, but at the same time to not be too cocky. For some of you, there might be, this might be an invitation to let others have their space as well, because again, in the tarot portion, there were many messages that had an invitation to open up. So it might be kind of like greeting the door-to-door salesman by opening the door a little and peeking out through the window and letting them have their pitch through you. I've done door-to-door sales. I would hate to pitch to a door. But regardless, that's kind of the mix that might be there for some of you. But again, look inward first. And for some of you, it might also be that you have to be there for others, to not overextend yourself. I'm really glad I didn't forget to mention that because I did think of that. All right, Group C, your card is Soulmates. Look at that. there's been a very strong collaborative theme throughout this whole thing. And it's looking like, for those of you who picked this card, you're very well surrounded. And I think this is an invitation to take this month to really appreciate that. And, you know, February is the month where Valentine's Day happens also. So that's nice. All right, Group D, your card is Originality, Mercury in Aquarius. Let me get that nice and close. That should be nice. Let me stare at the symbolism on this card myself. Yeah, I'm going to read it the straightforward way. This is an invitation to think outside the box for February. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what this machine is, and I don't think it is a machine in particular. Or if it is, I just don't know what it is. But there's a very strong sense of putting a bunch of different ideas together, you know, hence the originality. So try to figure out things that I do when I try to get creative is try to put together things that shouldn't go together, or also state the obvious, because what's obvious to you can often be new and original to other people. Yeah, maybe not the first thought depending in context, but yeah, these are just basic creative originality tips to wrap everything up. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give this video a like. I hope you have a great month of February. Take care, I'll see you soon.